It's the moment I'm certain you've all been waiting for. This is the first footage of Matt Hancock on set for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
I don't think I've got any fears or phobias, but I'm about to find out. I'm Matt Hancock, I'm the MP for West Suffolk, and I'm best known for being the former health secretary. There are people who will criticise a sitting MP going to the jungle, but showing that we politicians are normal human beings is actually really important. Survival in the jungle is a good metaphor for the world I work in. No, I don't have a mission statement, I'm just going to go and be myself. If I'm asked to do a trial, I just hope I can find those stars. I've got absolutely no idea how I deal with snakes. I've never come across a live snake before. Eating bugs? I'm sure I'll be fine. I can just get it. You can just get it down, can't you? What? Eating bombs? That's not part of the show, is it?
Never seen a real life snake before. Weren't you health secretary under Boris Johnson? Don't think that's true. Michael, will you join the nation in voting to watch Matt Hancock suffer?
If I were to vote, that's probably who I'd vote for. I haven't watched this season. I'm not sure I will. The thing I like about Matt Hancock is he's always sort of like, I'm here to prove that politicians are normal. And then he does like the weirdest thing you could imagine. After everyone watches Me Be Me, everyone's going to think, oh, politicians, they're just like my friends. They're kind of cool. It's like a weird. It reminded me also of that moment, where he sort of pretends to cry on Good Morning Britain. We're sort of like, and then when I saw the woman get her vaccine, I felt almost emotional. He goes, like, oh my God, he's a human with emotions like us. It doesn't work. He can't turn it on. I also think it's stupid because like the idea that disenchantment with politics at the moment is because people don't recognize MPs are ordinary people. It's just bullshit. Like the reason people are disenchanted with politics is because it's not providing rising living standards and because everyone at the top seems like they're incompetent and in it for themselves. Now, the fact that you can like laugh at a joke or be chirpy when bugs are falling on you, who is that reassuring to? You don't meet anyone. I've never met anyone who says, oh, the problem with politics is that they're a bit too stiff. They're a bit too professional. They never let their hair down. That's not anyone's problem with Westminster. People's problems with Westminster are that, if anything, kind of the opposite, that they don't take it seriously. That these are people who are just out for themselves, who just want to party in the middle of lockdown and don't seriously care about the country. They're just there to sort of feather their own egos. It does seem to me that, Matt Hancock, taken at his own words, it's self-defeating because he's kind of proving the point. He's proving why people are disillusioned with politicians in the first place.
Yeah, and I just find the attempts that he's put forward to act like this is part of some kind of greater good, like he's taking one for the team and making politics more accessible. And really, he's doing this for all of us. It's just so transparent. Like, this is about Matt Hancock's ego. This is about him trying to rehabilitate his reputation. It's about him trying to shake off the stench of the COVID pandemic and his mismanagement of it. He's trying to break the fact that we just associate him with nurses wearing bin bags because they don't have enough PPE, and trying to make himself into this kind of lovable, like, fuzzy character. Depressingly, it might work. I'm not sure if he's like normal enough to have it work, because I think, as you said, like the whole point of this is to make him look normal, and all it does is just make me more confused about like where Matt Hancock comes from in the universe. Because I'm just like, I've never met someone who laughs like that and who behaves like that. We have Saul with £10 on the YouTube super chat. Thank you so much, Saul. That's such a generous donation. Saul saying, solidarity with the UCU, who'll be striking for 3 days later this month. And shame on Nick Ferrari, who in an interview with Joe Grady today used the tragic death of a student to attack UCU members. I wouldn't expect anything else from Nick Ferrari, and I'm sure Joe did an amazing job. Actually, on that point, it's worth mentioning another strike. The Royal College of Nurses have voted to go on strike for the first time in their 106-year history, in part because of the way that Hancock bungled the pandemic response, which kind of pushed a workforce that was already struggling to breaking point. Don't you think, Michael, that it's a pretty bad look for Matt Hancock that whilst he's trying to rehabilitate his reputation by doing stupid things in the jungle, that nurses have been pushed to go on strike for the first time in history?
I actually think that probably Matt Hancock going to the jungle can solve this strike, because I think all these nurses, all these underpaid, overworked, unappreciated nurses who, ruining their family lives because they're going to work late hours, not getting paid enough, and then feel depressed because they're not providing a good service because our NHS is completely collapsed. I think when they get home, they will think, look, actually, I know they have cut our wages. I know, they made us wear bin bags during the pandemic, but this Matt Hancock, he really seems like a decent guy who's not out for himself. And I've actually changed my mind. I'm going to call up the RCA and I'm going to reverse my vote, because when I voted for a strike, what I was really striking against was stiff politicians who I just thought were too professional. When Matt Hancock returns from the jungle, probably we'll do a sort of 8 p.m. Thursday thing where we just clap for Matt Hancock.
God, I think it's just so frustrating. And this is across the board with the Labour Party and the Conservative Party. It's like such lack of faith in the intelligence of regular people to think that the disaffection with politics, as you mentioned, is like an optics thing, or like it's something that can be solved with the right slogan or the right presentation or the right whatever. And it's like, no, this is a material problem. People are feel the material injustice of the society that we live in today. And you can't like trick people out of their reality with like, old school, thinly veiled attempts at PR spin.